Hey, welcome back everybody. David Johnson here from Superior Lapidary. Welcome to my world headquarters. Hey, by the way, I'm on my way to 1,000,000 subscribers. I know you've heard that before. I'm getting close. I've only got about 999,000 to go. So, go ahead, hit the like button and all that if you like this little short video. This is a short one today. Truly, I've said it before and they've gotten long. This one's pretty short. And it's brought to you by the number 7 today. Well, I've got another number 7 there. And here's my tip of the day. All this is a little tip video. So I'm at my 18-inch Highland Park saw, and I'm cutting a preform for a sphere, because that's what I do, I make spheres. And I'll show you why I've got the number 7. So here's the piece I'm cutting. Now I've got my little sphere jig here. And there's a cardinal rule when you're cutting sphere preforms using this little sphere jig, which is really a cool thing. You never change the in and out of the carriage. Once you've started, you keep the carriage in the same spot. It goes back and forth, of course, to cut the stone, but you don't move it in, nor do you move it out, because that'll screw everything up that you've started. But in this case, I turned it up. Good, stone's still stuck in there nice. I don't have to change the position of this, because what I'm doing, I'm cutting a couple of slabs off of the end, because this piece is much longer this way than it is this way. So I've got some extra material I had on this side. So I cut one piece, which fell in the soup, and now and I actually turned it out to make this make sense. I had this set over here, and I turned it back 14 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I close a clamp. And now I'm ready to fire up the saw, but I can take one of the 7s off because I have already returned 7 turns of the wheel. I still have another 7 on there. This is purely a memory thing. I've done this many, many times using my memory, and I've had a couple of failures along the way. I'll tell you that. So I put some post-it notes. They don't stick. I put pieces of paper on. They get confused. I lose them. There's many ways to do it. Let's see. I've got one more way, which I never put into practice. I've got a little picture holder. It's magnetic, and you could slip a piece of paper in there, but yeah, these just slide off, so I don't do that. But I found these, only cost a couple of dollars at a big box store, and now I know that I've got to turn it 7 more times, and it'll be right back in the position I started with. And in the excitement of making the video, one more thing. You can see this is only half cocked. See how it's out in the middle? It did not get pulled shut. So on film, I nearly had a catastrophe because this blade will start up again unless you shut it all the way off. So here we go. We're going to turn it on, and I'm going to make a slab. And while that's cutting, I'll give you a quick tour of my high-speed sphere machine. I can hear the saw getting into that slab I'm starting. And here it is moved to my polishing machine. Starting to look much better. This is another piece of the exact same stone. I cut it into two pieces, one I just showed you in the high-speed sphere machine. But this is some beautiful Mary Ellen jasper. It is going to turn out wonderful. So that's what I'm cutting in there. Just thought you'd like to see. Alright, so there's my little slabby. Little piece broke off, but I knew it had some fractures in there, and that's just fine. I'm going to do one more of these, and that'll be, I'm going to be back to cutting my sphere form out. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. There we go. Take my other 7 off. There's my 7 with my other numbers. Right here is the second slab that I took out of there. And again, I did 7 turns on the carriage. I'll take a quick look and see just what that measures. Okay, it makes about 12/64. You can cut that in half. That'll be 6/32. Cut it in half again, and you got about 3/16 of an inch. So there's a slab about 3/16 of an inch. That took 7 turns. Might be a little thin for some projects, but thick enough for others. Some people like theirs a lot thicker. So anyway, that's what mine is. They're not all the same, so you know, always measure your saw and see what difference it makes turning the carriage in to see how thick your slabs are. I should probably put a cheat sheet on the saw just so I remember, but 7 turns, 3/16 of an inch. So for the mere cost of a couple of dollars at a big box store or maybe your local dollar type store, you can get yourself a set of numbers if you ever need to count the turns that you do on your carriage. Simple.